Hey guys, I want to give an update on how Kay, Quincy, and I are doing here in Shanghai in light of the virus. I got, I got, excuse me, I got to tell you, things are not. To be honest with you, things are going quite well here. I want to say first of all, thank you for everybody who has, sent emails, direct messages, texts, inquiring about how we're doing here. I've heard from friends that I haven't talked to in 20 years, which is very great because it lets you know that people haven't forgot about you. So I wanted to send this video just to let you guys know that we are doing fine here in Shanghai. Now, as you guys know, the coronavirus has been on the news. I'm not sure what news you're getting over there in the U.S., but I do think that the news over there in the West is putting things in a little bit of a more fatal or more of a urgent nature than we're getting here. Now, in Wuhan or Hubei province, which is the epicenter of the virus, things are very, very serious. So I can only speak on what's taking place here in Shanghai. Shanghai is about roughly 450 miles from Wuhan. So we are pretty far, but not really that far from Wuhan. But the Chinese government has done a very interesting and good job really shutting that area off and managing the flow of people to and from Wuhan. So in Shanghai, I think we have a few hundred cases in Shanghai, which if you think about it, we have, normally about 20 million people here in Shanghai. Due to the Chinese New Year holiday, we have far less. And quite frankly, I don't know how many people are here now due to the fact that most people are staying inside. So I can tell you what we're doing here in Shanghai. In Shanghai, we have been asked to stay indoors as much as possible. Go out. You can go outside, no problem. If you go outside, definitely put on a mask. Not just for you, but for the people you come in contact with. If you're going to be going to a grocery store or whatnot, definitely put your mask on. They haven't really restricted anybody coming in or out of the city, which is good. I think now, for me, this is a great time to go run. So I do a lot of running now because the streets are much more empty than it would be if we weren't going through this virus time. And that's very important because one of the things that you have to do during this time is make sure you're staying busy and not driving yourself crazy. You guys know my wife, Kay. She does a great job of reading all the virus information, both in China and outside of China. And it's my job to calm her down every morning. So the feeling is here in Shanghai, well, in most of China, the feeling is that we need to do what we need to do to prevent the spread of the virus. We're not so, I say we're concerned, but we're not scared. We're not so concerned that we're going to catch it. The big thing here is making sure that it's not spreading. So as long as you put your mask on when you go outside, as long as when you get back home, wash your hands, use disinfectant, you should be okay. Now, the good thing about what the city is doing is they've shut down all of the options to congregate with people. As you know, the spread of this virus is when you meet with people. So coffee shops, restaurants, parks, museums, all of those things are closed down. Now, some restaurants are open only for carryout. And you can't go in the restaurant, you have to go to the door and pick up the food. Even getting deliveries to our complex where we live, nobody can come inside the complex who does not live here, including friends, right? So if you have water being delivered or food being delivered, you must go out to the front gate, meet the person and carry it in. So they're doing a very good job reducing the ways that you come in contact with people. You may have seen on the news where people are being treated kind of certain ways. I think most of that treatment is taking place in Wuhan. I'm not condoning it, but I do understand that sometimes you have to protect communities from themselves. Meaning, if you have a family who is sick, you actually move them and take them to the proper place to get treatment. So hopefully those folks in Wuhan are getting the treatment they need. Now, in Shanghai, as I mentioned, we do wear masks, but as of right now, you cannot buy these in Shanghai or most of the cities in Shanghai, most of the cities in China. Reason being, all of the medical supplies like this are going to the areas that most need them. And those are the places that have high infection rates, which I think is understandable. Luckily, we bought these masks before we came back to Shanghai about a little over a week ago. So again, I think maybe next week will be able to buy masks here in Shanghai. That by that point, Wuhan, Hubei, Guangzhou, places that have a high infection rate, they should have more masks there. So before I wrap up, again, we're doing great. We wear our masks when we go outside. There are not a lot of people outside. Most people are staying indoors. It's funny because uh, again, this happened during Chinese New Year when people go home to visit. So a lot of people are stuck in their hometowns. And imagine Thanksgiving or Christmas, you go back home to see your family, and you're stuck there for 2 weeks, right? People are going crazy. Not so much because of the virus, just people don't want to be with the in-laws that long, man. And now they're stuck in a small apartment, a small house with them for weeks, not days, for weeks, right? And can't go outside, right? So can't go outside and congregate. So people are dealing with that. Again, the Chinese government has done a lot. For example, in Shanghai, there's no charge for cell phones right now. During this time, they want to make sure people can get information about the virus, so there's no charge for cell phone use. A lot of businesses are impacted because their employees can't go to work. Right now, you can't go back to work until March. So a lot of companies are being burdened. Due to that, the government are giving them breaks. Also, the government is giving a lot of businesses no rent fees for this time as well, doing things to make sure that businesses don't close down, because for a lot of businesses, there is no business right now. No business, and the employees have not come back to Shanghai or other cities. So the government is doing what they can do to help out. Also, one thing that's very important is when you go to buy groceries, there's a law. It's being followed. Stores cannot hike the price of goods up. As you guys know, if there's a blizzard in the U.S., everybody goes to the stores and buys everything up and prices go up. Here, you can't do that. I've been to the grocery store. We go to Carrefour. Carrefour is very similar to a Target or a Walmart with a grocery store inside. There's no lack of groceries. Nobody is hoarding. The prices are the same as usual. So it's very, very good. When you go to the grocery store and everybody's calm, it helps you stay calm as well. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. But I just want to let everybody know. Thank you again for reaching out. Kay, Quincy, we're doing great. Again, we're in Shanghai. I can't speak for what's taking place outside of Shanghai, but we're doing good. Again, we're not nervous. We are concerned. We have access to groceries. We have access to supplies. So for us, not much has changed except for the fact that we can't go out and meet friends. We can't go out to parks. We can't do things like that. And definitely not taking our little baby outside, keeping him inside. Quite frankly, if we took him outside, our neighbors would yell at us, saying, "What are you doing, bringing the baby out here like that?" Now there are a lot of people who are scared during this time, and a lot of people who are nervous during this time too. So we want to make sure that they're getting the support and help they need as well. Meaning having people to talk to. A lot of the helplines are open now as well, so people are getting information. Again, I don't know what information you're getting outside of in the U.S. or wherever you are, but people here are not panicked. People here are not nervous. We're concerned, but we're not nervous at all. Again, this is Shanghai. I'm not sure what's happening in Hubei or Beijing. Now, a lot of cities here have been blocked off, and blocked off just means no in or no out. But Shanghai right now, you can still go in and out, no problem. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Again, thank you so much for reaching out to us. I hope this video just gives you guys a better view of what's taking place here in Shanghai. All right, love you guys. Come on.